What if I told you the most powerful tanks ever built weren't just weapons, but experiments in fear, ambition, and engineering obsession? From steel giants that crawled across World War battlefields to Cold War machines built for a nuclear nightmare, these tanks were never just about fighting. They were about sending a message. Biggest, heaviest, most intimidating machine on the field. And today, we're looking at the tanks that push that idea to the absolute limit. This is the Panzer VIII Maus, the heaviest tank ever built. And the moment you see it, you understand why it inspired fear. It doesn't look like a tank. It looks like a fortress that learned how to move. At nearly 200 tons, the Maus was built to survive almost anything, but speed was never part of the plan. This was raw brute force in its purest form. Next is the T28, also known as the Doom Turtle. And honestly, that nickname says everything. It was slow, massive, and built to smash through the toughest German defenses. This wasn't a tank designed for style. It was built for one purpose only: to keep moving forward, no matter what stood in front of it. Then we go back to the Char 2C, one of the earliest true giants of tank history. Long, towering, and slow, it looked more like a land battleship than a fighting vehicle. In its era, size itself was a weapon. And the Char 2C was proof that even before modern tank warfare, engineers were already chasing scale and intimidation. This is the A39 Tortoise, a tank built like a moving bunker. Heavy armor, huge gun, and a silhouette that looks almost unstoppable. It was designed to break through fortified lines and survive enemy fire while doing it. No flash, no elegance, just a brutal, purpose-built assault machine. The TOG-2 feels like a machine from another timeline. Long, boxy, and strangely old-fashioned, it looks like a design that missed the future by a few years. That's because it was shaped by trench warfare thinking, even as the world was moving into a faster kind of war. It's one of the strangest heavy tanks ever imagined. The E100 was Germany's dream of the ultimate super heavy tank. Massive armor, massive gun, massive ambition. But like many late war projects, it was more fantasy than battlefield reality. Even so, just looking at it, you can feel the desperation behind its design. This is the KV-5, a Soviet answer to heavy German armor. It was supposed to be a breakthrough tank, built to crush resistance and keep rolling through enemy lines. If one side built a giant, the other side built an even bigger hammer. That was the logic, and the KV-5 fits it perfectly. Then comes Object 279, and this one looks like it came from another planet. Its shape was designed for a world of extreme blast waves and nuclear warfare. It wasn't just unusual for the sake of being unusual. Every curve, every angle had a purpose. It was built for the nightmare version of the future. Now we move to the M1 Abrams, the modern face of armored warfare. Fast, smart, and deadly accurate, it represents a completely different era of tank design. It's not just about armor anymore. It's about sensors, movement, and battlefield awareness. The Abrams is proof that the tank never disappeared. It evolved. And finally, the IS-3. Compact, sharp, iconic. When it first appeared, it looked like the future had arrived early. Its pike nose and rounded turret gave it a style that still turns heads today. It was a tank built to lead, and it looked the part. From monsters of steel to sleek modern war machines, these tanks show how far military engineering has gone in the search for dominance. Each one tells a different story, a different fear, a different era. But all of them share one thing. They were built to make an enemy stop and stare.